Hi, this is my submission for the challenge Salesforce tool to compare and deploy profiles across environments. Uh, Frankly speaking, this is one of the most complex challenges I have done on both the Cloud Spokes and the Topcoder platform. I mean, maybe I have done like something else, but it's definitely in the top three. Uh, as a part of the challenge, the requirement is basically to build a tool to compare the profiles between two different Salesforce orgs. So uh, so when you say profiles, it becomes complicated because there is a lot to the profiles, and Salesforce does not do a great job in providing all the information through the Apex or metadata or using their APIs to access the profiles. So in the recent days, what they did was they used permission sets, and since they were storing everything based on the permission sets, they used them to show the permissions on a given profile. So I leveraged that, and using the REST API, I was able to basically get the permissions for a given profile from a target org. I'm going to show you that in a moment. Uh, so that's the brief overview. And to deploy the profiles, I use the metadata API. So this is the Financial Force tools links. So they have all these different tools, and I added this link at the bottom: compare and deploy profiles. So you can compare and deploy. You can click on this. If you don't have any connections, so I wanted to start fresh, so I don't have any connections. So if you don't have any connections, it will ask you to set one connection. When you click on this, you can just give a name, and you can connect to either developer production or sandbox. So this is a must. You have to put in like environment type, because based on the environment type, the URLs are determined. So if you put it as sandbox, they go to like test URLs. Click on the authorize. So it goes to the standard Salesforce page. You can see that since I'm using OR 2.0, it is asking, it's requesting permission. Allow, and takes you back to this compare profiles page with the connections. So you can see that the connection that we added, it's over here. So if you wanted to add a new connection, you can do that as well. You can click on this one. Okay. Sandbox. Authorize. Org. So it goes to the test org. So you can add a new connection. Let me see. I'm just adding some connection. So you add a new connection. So you can see that it added two connections. One is the profile org and the test org. So the connections are on the connection object. So you can see the connection object, and every time you, even though you try to add a new connection and you try to add the same connection again, it uses a unique name, a unique ID basically, which is the unique name, and based on this it upserts it. So if there is a record already present in the connection object, it upserts that. I'm not using these two fields, auth code exists and authorize, because I don't think these are really necessary. And you can choose the existing connection. Which one is this? So it changes. So if you already have a valid auth code and if it is not expired, it automatically shows you all the profiles. It matches them and shows you. If the auth code is expired, it will not show you all the profiles. So you have to click on the authorize again, and you have to authorize the connection again to make sure that you can see all the profiles. And the code auto matches the profiles based on the profile name. So if the names are not same, it doesn't match, but it will show up in the list. So these are all the profiles in the like the source org, the org that we are in, and these are the profiles from the test org, I mean target org. So let me see. So this is the target org. So you can see that there are 15 profiles, and it shows up all the profiles. You can remove the profiles. Or you can add them if you want to. You can do whatever you want, and you can click on the compare, and it takes you to this page where there are three different tabs. You can see the tabs, right? Standard custom system admin, standard user. So you can click on any of the tabs, and you can click on the load profile, and it's gonna get the profiles from the target org, and it's gonna show you over here in that tab. But if you go to the other tabs, you can see that these doesn't have it. So it's based on the tab basis, and you can load only one profile at a time. You cannot load more than one. So you are in this one, so you loaded this one, but if you wanted to load this, oops. So the other profile is basically unloaded. So this one is loaded, and you can see that this one is unloaded. The reason why we are doing that one is because to make sure that the view state is not exceeding. That was one of the requirements. So I did that. And this one is a hover, I mean accordion. So drop down, so you can see that you can basically go into this one. Or one more thing that I wanted to let you know is that you cannot connect to the same instance. Like if you wanted to connect to an org with the same instance, you cannot do that. Don't do that. I mean, it's gonna break the application basically. Uh, Not really a break the application, but what happens is when you try to authorize, it always authorizes using the same org that you are logging into. So the source and target would be the same. So you can choose the objects. So you can see that the differences. This is the source. This is the target. Contact is not same. Account is not same. So I added a custom object. Test object is not same. So this is getting it from this org. So let's see. So we are looking at accounts. Account has read-only access. Yeah. Contact has read-only. Contact has read-only. Custom object has full access. Here it has full access. Whereas in the source org, that's our this one. So accounts has full access, contacts has read create read delete, and the test object has read create, which is what it is showing up. Full access, this one. And for the field permissions, let's see. So the field permissions are by the object name. It is basically sorted, and I also have the object name, but I don't know if I wanted to use like a group by object or not. But so I haven't done that. But let's see. I think I wanted to see through the opportunity, and you see that these are all not selectable because these are not present on the target org. So for at least for the custom objects, these are not present. But let's see. So you can select all and you can click on the ready to deploy. So the next page is basically a verification page. You can see all the objects that you have selected and the fields that you have selected. You can always go back and edit them if you want to. It will preserve everything. You can see, and you can click on ready to deploy again. And so we are ready to deploy. So let me see the field level security. Oh, this is a different. Sorry. I'm just making sure that I'm showing you what exactly is being changed. So opportunity view. So most of them are read only over here. You can see account, amount, campaign, description, read only, but in the source it is edit, and we are changing contact, account, and test object. Let's deploy it. So it shows up the screen where it says the request is submitted, please wait, and yeah, there you go. So that's a deploy successful message. So basically the deploy is successful. So let's refresh the page. Oh, you see that the read onlys are gone, and if you go back and if you see the objects, so account has got full access, the contacts has got read, create, edit, delete, and the custom object just read and create. And you can click on the compare profiles, and if there is an error, uh, you can go back to edit and you can edit it as well. Let's click on the compare profiles. So it's gonna again do the same thing. It's gonna get all the profiles, I mean all the information from the profiles, and you can see account is all green, which is like same, test object is same, and on the compare view you don't have like the select box, so it's just comparison, and that's basically it. So after the comparison is done, if you wanted to work on a different profile, you can click on you can go to the tab and you can click on the load profile and you can work on it. If not, you can just click on the close and it will take you back to the tools link page. So that's the whole feature set or the functionality. So excluding the page layouts and other permissions, this is like the first step, doing the object permissions and the field permissions, because I haven't found a way to pull the field layouts and the other permissions using the REST API, which was like one of the requirements. So using the REST API, what I did was I called the permission sets using the Sockwell, and I got these, but not for the page layouts. So that's how the whole app works. I don't know if okay. So you have the multi-tab support. It matches by the source profile. It does an auto match. I think I covered most of the features or the functionality. I don't think I missed